Hello, welcome to Our Eclectic Life. I'm Belinda, for those who don't know me. This video is a little different than I've created before. This is in a follow-up from the last two with the Costco shop and then the Costco haul. And the reason we actually did that big shop, well, I did that big shop, is because I wanted to make, because that was at the start of December, and this video was actually made the first 2 weeks of December. Because our daughter was about to have her second baby, so I wanted to prepare some postpartum meals for the freezer, but not just for her and her family, but also for us, because, you know, December's a busy time of year, and when you've got a baby thrown in that as well, it's even busier, which was wonderful, mind you, very healthy little baby. But anyway, so we made a bunch of meals. We made some pre-cooked and then frozen, just easy to get out, defrost, heat up, and it's already cooked. Other meals that we made are like freezer dump bags. So where you chop up all your ingredients, put it in a bag, chuck it in the freezer, and when you want it, you just go and grab it out. You can defrost it overnight if you want, or you can just dump it out into a, upside down, into a slow cooker, into an Instant Pot, even in a saucepan if you need to, or the oven, whichever way you want to cook the meals. And it's just done already, because all that chopping up's done, all that marinating's done. In one of them, like for example, we made some little meatballs, some marinated meatballs, and we pre-cooked the meatballs so that, you know, all the fat and that comes off, and then we marinated them and put them into serving sizes in the freezer. So come along if this interests you, because it definitely helped us, and we'll definitely be doing it again, and I will share it properly with you next time with actually even showing you us cooking it, which, like cooking the meals after they came out of the freezer, I just didn't get around to doing that. Sorry. Yeah, hope you enjoy it, and if you haven't seen the Costco videos and they interest you, just check out my playlist, or I can even leave... I'll leave a link at the end of this video on the end card, so you can click on that if you haven't already seen it. So please leave some comments if this interests you, or you got some other great ideas to share with this. So next time we make some freezer meals, we can listen to what you said. Thank you. Enjoy. All right, so here's the 4 kilos of pork mince.
Yep.
I think it's 4 kilos, roughly that.
Looks like 4 kilos.
Just put some Vegeta through it. Whoops, that should be enough. It's actually a lot of mince. So
it is.
I'm going to put a fair bit of Vegeta in. It won't be too salty.
No.
Because we're keeping them pretty plain, because we're going to add the flavour with the marinades on it, which you'll see. So we're just going to do this, mix together, and roll into meatballs and bake in the oven. That'll do for now. So we've got this tray of meatballs, pork meatballs. We've got that tray in there. And we've got these. So we're just going to pre-cook all them, and then we'll show you what we do next. Okay.
So we've just bagged up the pork steaks and the beef steaks. And on it, it says ×3. So the pork steaks, there is 3 steaks. In the beef ones, there's like 3 servings of steak, because some of them are really big, some of them are small. But with the amount of people we usually feed, multiples of 3 servings work really well for us. So that's why we've done it that way.
Yep. Cool. So this is going to go in the freezer now. So this is why we like to cook them before they go in the freezer, because otherwise you end up with all this fat that comes out when you're cooking them, and like we are going to marinate them, so we don't want all that. But look, there's some already. They're not probably fully cooked. I don't know. That'd be fine.
No, they're definitely fully cooked. They're just not like fully
overly brown yet, which we can brown them off more if you need to. We don't need to for what we're making.
Because we're going to cook them again anyway.
We are. So we're just making a quick sauce. So Bon's made some minced garlic up.
Sure. It's stuck to the knife. There we go.
Yeah.
Good. Some honey in there. How much do you reckon we should use? Just all of it?
Yeah, because we've got to use a fair bit of sauce, because we're using these 2 sauces.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
want to use all of it?
Yeah. We've got to use our honey up. We've got to get some more honey. And then we've got some of our homemade plum sauce, and that's the one that didn't seal, so we've had that in the fridge. So we're just going to use that up, because I thought we'll use that for some freezer meals anyway.
It's a bit thick.
It's nice and thick. You might need to use your long spoon.
I might need to use my long spoon. It's coming. Slowly. So Mum's just put about half a cup of soy sauce in between these two bottles just to give them a good shake and
rinse out
the rest of the sauce. And we'll just pour it in and mix it all up together.
Yum yum. And it looks like a lot, but we've got 1, 2, 3 trays here for the freezer.
And one in the oven.
And we've got one in the oven. So these trays will feed 3 adults.
3 to 4.
Yeah, give or take. So now it's time to that's going to be still hot. Oh, it shouldn't be too hot.
It is on there.
Yep. Marinate our meatballs.
Yeah, should I use like a cup or something to like divvy it out?
Right. Yeah, right.
Woohoo.
Got a very big pregnant belly there.
The sauce tastes really good, by the way.
So this is our one for dinner tonight, and there's 5.5 of us because there's Eddie.
So they're going to be about 4 cups of this because it's a 1 litre jug.
Yeah, and if we need to add more stuff, I don't think we'll need to. It's going to be a nice amount of marinade. These smell and look amazing. Like, I think it's going to be a nice sticky consistency. Yum. So we've got 2-minute noodles, just for easiness, some steamed veg, and our sticky plum meatballs on top. So with the croissants that we got, we've actually already made some up today because we had some for our late lunch. But these ones have got cranberry sauce, turkey, and the cheese. And we're going to wrap them individually and put in the freezer. And these ones are just going to have, I think, ham and cheese or whatever we come up with. But we'll see. See how many we get. Oh, we know how many we get. There's 12 in here. And there's, how many left? 6 there. So we've had the other 6 today for lunch for us. 5. Oh, okay, yep.
We ate 7.
We did. But yeah, they're really yummy. We did them in the toaster up there. So the Rebel sandwich press, whatever it's called. And they come out really flaky and yummy and delish. There we have it. We've got, I think, 5 turkey, cranberry and cheese. We've got 2 bags, 6 ham and cheese. And yes, I've used it plastic. I've glad wrapped or cling wrapped each croissant, and then I've chucked him in one of these bags, but I've only written a ham on it because I will repurpose these. I have in the past when I've done this. So I've just chucked them on the shelf in there at the moment. They'll probably go maybe in the doors once they're frozen. There's our meatballs. There's our meat. And some more meat in our packs that we've already done. And yeah, still going. Going to make some meatloafs for the freezer out of the first lot of mince. And we've just got some
Onion powder.
A little bit of onion powder. And I've got a tomato relish. And I've got cheese, grated cheese. And I'm going to put and we're going to put a couple of eggs in as well. Okay, so out of that one, we got 5 meatloafs, probably serving for 3 or 4. There's a little bit left, but that's fine because we've just chucked that in this bowl for the next batch of stuff we're doing. But they're ready to go in the freezer. Okay, so we've just finished with that lot of mince. Now, out of the 4 kilos of mince, we got 44 rissoles size or giant meatballs. Like they're, hang on, I haven't opened this. If you look at a Pepsi can, they're about the same size as the top of that. But we can use them for rissoles, or we can flatten them and cook them on the barbecue or inside and make hamburgers. We can do whatever we want with them, really. But what I'm going to do, these are going to go in the freezer. I'm just going to cover them. They'll go in the freezer overnight, and then tomorrow I'll bag them up into just a giant Clip-Lock bag, and we can take out however many we need when we need them. So another lot done. All I've got now is, out of the meat from Costco, is 2 whole chickens. But wait, see what I'm doing with that. All right, so I've had to move things around a bit, but croissants, freezing, rissoles, some meatloaf, all that stuff that I showed you before. Oops. Tomorrow, it won't be till tomorrow night, but that's all right. I'll come home and they will be done. We're currently making, what is it?
Egg and bacon muffins.
Egg and bacon muffins with honey mustard
and Swiss cheese.
And Swiss cheese. So So I'm just toasting the inside of the muffins because when I've done this in the past, we've done it toasted, like in the toaster, not toasted, and we just figured when we get them out from the freezer, we usually chuck them in the air fryer, so it toasts the outside but not the in. I've actually cooked my bacon in the oven, just getting these assembled, and I've got to cook the eggs next. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, yes, I got a new Thermomix, and my old one that was a TM5 has gone to Bonnie. So she's happy because it's really going to help when she's got a new baby, and also Eddie, and just easier meals. Yum. My assembly line. We'll put some Swiss cheese next to that and some bacon.
Yeah.
So here we have 9 egg, bacon, cheese and honey mustard muffins for our freezer. And for Bonnie and Donnie's freezer, we have 10. So they've got, so she's got a fair bit of protein there for after she has bump and she's feeding. And for us, well, there's only 3 of us here, so we only need 2 each. That's awesome.
Well, you get 3 each, actually.
3 each, I can't count. Yeah, it's 9, of course we get 3 each. But then Toby might have all 3, but that's fine. As long as I get 1 of each, I'm happy. So yeah, so that's more for the freezer. And this poor freezer is really filling up. I've got to send some of the croissants home with Bonnie because like that whole door's full of croissants. I've got that shelf there for the muffins. That's all full, which you've already seen. And
there you go.
Oh, thank you. I can flip that straight in here. They can lay flat and they can freeze. I need to deal with all this meat. Just a little bit. It'll be right. For tonight's dinner, there's some naan bread. We've never made naan bread before, but it's 2 batches of naan bread rising. So hopefully we'll be able to make enough to also freeze some. Make 10 anyway. And in here is, there's some lamb marinating in a korma paste that we've made up in the Thermomix. And that'll go on a bit later, or probably soon actually, to start cooking for tea. Now, that should be enough in there for 2 meals. So I'm actually going to freeze half of it as is, and the other half we're going to cook tonight. But look, this is getting emptier. So we're doing all right. That turkey's still okay. It's sealed. Yeah, we're catching up. Now, we've got, whoops a daisy, I'm falling over, Operation Clean Up time before we start cooking dinner. We've got some dishes to do. And under here, these were sausages that were reduced at the supermarket. And I forgot to put them in the freezer that night. So I froze them the next day. And I'm just really fussy. They're probably still okay, but they're pet food now. Right, what do we got to do now? Where are we up to?
Onions.
Oh, I've got to cut another onion. Only into half. So we didn't quite have enough lamb for 2. So what we've done, just cut some carrots and zucchini up. So I'm going to weigh it though, because I really don't, listen to this, how cool is that? Because I don't want it to exceed and be a problem and have too much in there either. So here's our Rogan lamb. Rogan? No, hang on, that's not right. Lamb korma. Here it is with our homemade naan bread, because I keep saying papadums, not papadums, they're naan. But yeah, it's a bit spicy and I half the chili, but I think I'll leave it for and I halve it again. But it's yum. So just a quick one for today. I've got the dishwasher going. I wanted to clean up this kitchen because I didn't get it finished last night. And I was okay with that. I usually do not like to go to bed until the dishes are done. But I gave myself a bit of leeway there last night. A bit of a grace. Anyway, right now I'm just chopping up the chicken sausages and the other sausages for the dogs. And they'll go in the freezer so their meals are ready. And I've got to quickly process the other meat that I do for the dogs. And that's all I'm doing today. I've actually worked out what I'm doing for the freezer meals for tomorrow. So let's hope Bond does not go into labour tonight or tomorrow, because at this stage she's booked in for Thursday. Sometimes you've got to be a bit kind to yourself and say that it's okay. You don't have to get things done. I've been stressing about, oh my God, I got to get it done. But I'm kind of glad I haven't, because it gives me time to process what I'm doing a little bit more, if that makes sense. And oh my God, if you saw my laundry room right now. So hopefully Bonnie doesn't go into labour tonight or tomorrow, because on Thursday she's booked in to have a cesarean to have her baby. And I can say that on here because this video will not be going out until after that. But already we know the freezer's looking good with all the prep we've been doing. So we're happy with that. We haven't done anywhere near as much. You know, you get overexcited when you plan these things, and yeah, probably a bit too enthusiastic. So instead, we've just got to go with what we've got. And already with what we've got and what we're going to do tomorrow, we've got plenty to get us through, to help us out between now and Christmas and even the New Year. I'm just starting to run out of freezer space, but I do have a deep freeze, like a chest freezer. And at the moment it's got a 25 kilo a bag of flour. But I'll get that out of the freezer, because hopefully tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, my new storage buckets will arrive, thanks to Bush Edge Homesteading, who found them in Australia. But I don't know if I've ordered them right. Anyway, we'll soon see. So for the chicken curried sausages, I'm actually going to pre-cook the sausages, because I don't want the fat to come out in them like when they're cooking all together. And I've got this going because we've got croissants for lunch. So we've got half a tray of Aldi sausages to go in a bag in the freezer. Bonnie's just cooking them ones for me. And we've got all our chicken ones in the oven. The oven's not on, but just somewhere to put it. These cool down. We're just going to give them a rough chop and then put them in our bags. I'm just going to share them out between the two bags. And yep, I've got my little bag standy things that I've had for a while and rarely use. I don't have a lot of room here, so it's hard to film, but Bonnie's going to do this part while I film. She's putting roughly a cup of chopped onions in each bag.
Because we know it's about an onion per bag.
Yeah, it's about that.
No, I reckon a little bit more would make a full onion.
Yep. And then I reckon a cup of zucchini. And then we're doing a cup of mushrooms. This is one of the main things I want mushrooms in.
Maybe a little bit more than a cup of mushrooms, so they're not really going in the cup the same.
Yep.
Is that alright?
Yeah, I need enough for the stroganoff.
Yeah, there'll be enough still, because I'm only doing like you know what I mean, like it's a lot of mushrooms. Yeah, apple.
Now, with this one, hey, do we need capsicum? Curry?
You can.
Because capsicum's nice in curry.
Yeah.
The freezer, we've already got chopped up capsicum, and I didn't want to get that out till the last minute. So we're going to add some capsicum to each one. But with the curried sausages, I'm not going to flavour this now. We've just got the meat, the veg, and we'll flavour it as we cook, because it's just something I do by heart and taste rather than a recipe. But there we have them, ready for the freezer. Good. Show them what you're doing.
Oh, it's just
Bit frozen.
break it apart a little bit.
Yeah, so that'll be plenty. And then all we do is, move that out of the way so we can get all the gunk on the bottom. Is do that. This one is actually so nice and easy, except for cooking the sausages with the water. Get the air out. To him up.
If you were going to put it in a slow cooker, what I'd do would be add like a tin of tomatoes, a tin of coconut milk, and then like the curry and some Vegeta or something.
Yep, so yeah, we'll play with that when we do it though.
Yeah. Just saying.
I was watching someone on YouTube today.
Yeah.
Do something like this, just do other things else. And they said if you've got the room, it's going to go in the Instant Pot. If you've got the room in your freezer, stand it up rather than lay it flat. Because when you go to pour it out of the bag, hang on, I won't do that until I close it. So, if I lay it flat, which is what I normally do, well, I haven't normally done this, but if I lay it flat, when you go to put that in an Instant Pot, it's usually too wide.
Yeah.
Whereas if you put it upright in the freezer, like so. When you go to pour it out, if it's frozen, it's fine because it's a dump bag. So I might actually do that because I've got room in our big freezer. So I'll put them in and we'll move on to the next one. Brian's sausage hot pot. He sort of just throws it together as is. But what I'm going to do is we've got 12 sausages. Just going to chuck some zucchini in. And I don't want to use too much zucchini because I'm going to need it a little bit more. And I'm not going to put mushrooms in this one.
So you don't need the zucchini for the stroganoff, at least just the stir fryer.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to put a good amount of onion in, so I do one and a bit.
Yeah.
Plenty of onion, I can cut more up. And I'm going to put some capsicum. Oh, he doesn't put capsicum in it. I forgot carrots. Damn.
Can add them when you make it.
Yeah, so we just need to add carrots. He usually adds carrots, potato and all that when we do it. So even by doing this is good. But I am going to chuck some marinade, which I'm doing our homemade plum sauce. This is one of the ones that didn't seal.
So it still takes out that step of cooking and cutting sausages and cutting onions.
It does.
Which is time saving.
So you can dump that in and then you can add other stuff. But he does cook it in the sauce. Well, too bad he is now. You can always add more sauce. You're going to put a teaspoon in here again. One more teaspoon. To get it out.
Because it's nice and thick.
It really is. Look at that. It's such good plum sauce. By the way, I checked out this plum tree today, and because it had a really big prune, and it is loaded of plums. So I really need to get through them plums in the freezer still, because not long after Christmas they're probably going to be ready. But that's alright. Doesn't matter.
So if you've got to give away some plums, I'm sure that's not the end of the world.
No, I'm going to get in the freezer.
Yeah.
Grandma, put a little bit of water in there. Not much, just enough to rinse it.
More lolly?
More sausage.
Oh no.
I might be able to fish one out.
More sausage.
Sorry, darling. Grandma, get a couple of bits at the bottom before the sauce touches it. Not that you'll hate the sauce touching it. There you go. I meant to save your whole sausage out, didn't I? Grandma's a silly sausage. I was worried I hadn't put the lid on then. I thought, oh no, this could end up disastrous. And knowing Brian, when he cooks this, he'll probably add another bottle anyway. But that's fine.
It'll be good.
So that's all we need to do for that one.
There we go.
There we have it, Brian's sausage hot pot. And we'll stand it up like that too, because we're actually going to get an instant pot because my slow cooker's dying, but then my slow cooker's 23 years old. It's done a lot of work.
So you've had that one for a while.
I have. Ooh. Sorry, we're doing this a bit arse about. Can I say that on YouTube?
I think so.
I have. It's going to be in the middle anyway.
Yeah.
I haven't chopped the meat yet, so what I'm going to do is add all these veggies that are all over the damn table and, you know, everywhere. We're going to add these and share them out between the bags and then chop our meat and add that with the marinade. So, we've got 2 bags for chicken teriyaki stir fry. 1 bag with hoisin beef, only because I found this in the cupboard and thought we probably should use that up.
Yeah, might as well use it.
And then, what's this one?
Beef stroganoff.
Which I do not want to know what I'm doing with that one, but that's okay. Sorry, I forgot to film that bit, but I've got approximately 1.5 cups of the chopped onion that we've got in the bowls. Sorry, I'm just going to get the back of that.
So we were all right with our guests on the last lot with how much onion to put in.
And then I definitely want zucchini in all of this.
In the stir fries.
We do, don't we?
Yeah, mainly these 3.
Yeah.
No. Don't you like a bit of sausage?
More sausage.
Put in half a cup.
That's alright. At least it's shared between them.
It's about a cup in each one, maybe just a little bit more. It's just a real guesstimate now because we're just trying to get things done. I use up this bag of capsicum that we had in the freezer.
Yeah, also between the stir fries, I reckon.
Handful. Another handful.
Capsicum's really good in stir fry anyway.
Yeah, once again, it's going to be probably, my guess is this is probably about a cup. My handful's not a cup. My handful's about half a cup. It's got a bit of ice in it, but hey, doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Now, with the mushrooms, I definitely want that one stroganoff.
Yes.
So I'm probably going to do 1, 2. Hang on, Eddie. Do you reckon 3 or 4 cups of mushrooms?
4.
Yeah, because we want it really mushroomy for stroganoff.
Yeah.
And as you said, they're not a proper cup because they're piled up and like it is about a cup.
Yeah.
And then in the stir fries?
Just share it out.
1. 1. Beautiful, look at that. A little bit in there. Oh, that's a big chunk of mushroom.
It'll be
Oh,
alright.
no, it's not. It's sliced. Beautiful. And that's all gone. So here's just the ginger or microplaned. Looks like a lot. It's actually not because look, when I do the teaspoon, that's about a teaspoon. So I'm going to put that in between these 3 bags. And Bonnie's chopping garlic for me.
Peeling garlic.
Peeling garlic and then chopping it. So Bonnie's just crushed the garlic in a little choppy chop. And just putting a heaped teaspoon in each one and sharing it out. We're not putting it in the beef not goulash, stroganoff either. And then she's going to cut them carrots for me because I forgot about the carrots. Not the carrots.
That's okay.
So we've got these carrots cut up. Now, I just think we'll put them in the stir fry. And if we decide to put them in the stroganoff when we cook it, we can.
Yeah.
So we'll just divide that up too. Well,
Sorry.
oh man, I caught it.
There we go.
I'm going to tray of chicken fillets. Now, half of this I'll put aside in another bag because that'll go away in the freezer for when I make chicken soup for Bonnie, mainly. But I'll be making that. I have not got time to make that today. I'll be making that probably when she just comes home from hospital. Or we'll see how we go. And the rest of it I'm going to chop up now for our chicken stir fries. I think that's ample for 2 bags. So, while I've got my gloves on, I'm just going to film. Put them in there. Yeah, a nice amount for stir fry.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to say how we make our stir fry because we don't.
Yeah. So it says stir fry, and you could just put it in a pan like a stir fry, but we actually like doing what you'd call a stir fry casserole. We put all the stir fry stuff in a baking dish, chuck all your sauce on, put some foil on it, and put it in the oven until it's cooked, and it comes out really yummy.
That'd be close. Alright.
I was just gonna say too, I'm pretty sure these bag holder things can go in the dishwasher as well.
Yeah, they can. I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure, like, I've seen them go in the dishwasher before. Which would be good because the chicken definitely touched some of the plastic.
So this mightn't look like enough, which it may not be enough, but that's okay. What I'll do is chuck this in the freezer. I'm going to write a label on it.
That was for the soup?
Yeah, that's for the soup, but it might be enough. But also, if it isn't, I'll just
Get some more chicken.
I'll buy another fillet or 2 or another packet and then just do that. Sorry about honey. So I've got half a cup here. And what I'm going to do is make a mess. And I'm going to put half a cup of honey. Yeah. And you can spray the cup, which I haven't. Right, make it easier.
Sorry about the kids' music in the background.
Yeah. It's life, hey? In our household. I reckon half a cup would be enough.
Yeah, well and truly, because that teriyaki sauce is already sweet.
Yeah, and once again, when we're cooking it, we can taste it. We think it needs to be adjusted, we can. But at least we're filming this so we know how much we've used of everything, so we can look back on it too. Yeah. Do you reckon half's enough?
Yeah, definitely.
Just don't know where the chicken's been. This.
Just you got to taste it.
Yeah, to see. I don't know how to even open it. Oh, there we
There we
go.
go.
I thought it had like a protective thing.
Well, it does. You just pulled it
yeah.
out. That's good. You got that from Costco, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon a cup? Because it needs a lot of marinade on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Which has only had ginger in it. Look at that. Which is thicker than I expected. I didn't think it was that good. But that's good. It's going to be a nice, thick, sticky. And when we cook it, like if we want to, we can add some stock to it or something.
Yeah, we'll just see how it is.
Yeah. Because I can't really dip my finger in and taste because it's real chicken.
Yeah.
So I should have tasted before I added the chicken, but that's okay.
Oh, well. I reckon it'll taste pretty good anyway.
Some really yummy teriyaki. I would have been really pissed if I just put these in the wrong bag, but I haven't. It's okay. Yeah. Ready? Something I forgot to mention for anyone that hasn't seen this before, like for someone else doing this. I love watching Becky from Acre Homestead. I just love her. I love what she does, and she inspires me to do stuff like this too. But one thing that she says, sorry, I'm really trying to mix this bowl at the moment to get.
Yeah. And so you probably can't hear you talking very well with the crumpling.
Sorry. So one thing she says is by marinating your meat before you put it in the freezer, in the bag. So it's marinating it now, and it will marinate it even though it's freezing, and then it will still marinate it as it's defrosting in your fridge overnight before you put it in the slow cooker or whatever you're putting it in. And even if we take it out frozen and chuck it in the oven, it'll be fine. But there we have them. I'll go put them in the freezer, and I'll put this in the freezer. And all we've got left to do is our stroganoff and hoisin beef stir fry.
Woo!
Oh, hang on, I better put this in the freezer. This is for the dogs. I show you this many times. I can give you the dogs, and sometimes cats is all the scrappy bits of meat because I don't like wasting anything. So this one's pretty straightforward. It's just got mushrooms, onions, and the beef cut up in there. So no sauce. We'll do that when I cook it. And this one, I'm about to pour this bottle of hoisin in there. And once I get this in the freezer, I'm going to have a baby. It's okay. Because it's all done. Okay, freezer is chockers. And these all in the door. Croissants. Done.